Inspired by sound.
Hello! Welcome to Inspired by Sound. Today we're looking at this music, which is from my podcast called StroongeCast with my wife. Thought I'd break it down for you, show you how it works, and talk you through all the sounds. More in a minute. So the first thing I want to say about this is that all the sounds I've used in this project are from free products, all completely free. Not free for a limited time or anything like that, or while stocks last, nothing. Nope, all of these are either free contact libraries or Spitfire Audio Labs. So why don't we start with our first sound, and I bring up the window for those of you with working eyeballs, which does not include myself. Okay, the Orchestra Elements. That's our first sound of the day, and the Orchestra Elements is a product from Sonoscore. I had to remember that. I had to think about it as well, because I'd forgotten, it's been a while since I've done this. So, yeah, this sound, if I solo it, there we go, play it for you, is actually the main basis of the piece, by the way. See, a lot of the piece is carried in this one single track. It's about 45 seconds in total. And it just sort of goes between, well, apart from the intro, it goes sort of between C sharp major and C sharp over F sharp, or sometimes C sharp over E flat. So that one track does a lot of the work. There are two muted tracks in this version of the project, by the way, because of the time of year it is, being December the 22nd of 2024. This is sort of the Christmas edition of the track. And so there's two hidden tracks. Well, not hidden, they're just muted at the moment. So, piano ARP. Let's go on to this next track here. This is Heaviosity. And what is this? Foundation piano, I do believe. Let me check. Yeah, Foundations piano. Lovely, this one. I really do like this. So let me just play it without anything soloed by doing Shift Space. In situ. It's really cool. Lots of sort of hidden elements and things that go on. They all come together to form this nice whole, which I'm quite pleased with, all told. All right. So this one's quite quick. I mean, going through these tracks is not going to take too long, which is fine. Stato Strings. I think this is another Heaviosity product. Yes, Foundation Staccato Strings. Solo again. Quite simple, but effective. So there we go. That's that one. See, it's nice. Just go through these nice and quick. This was not, like a long track in this case. It was just supposed to be a little intro for the old podcast, which, of course, will be linked in the description, along with every single product. So if you're wondering what or where you can obtain any of these products, always check the video description. Always. I like to include all of this in the thing because a lot of people don't. Drifting Winds. Drifting Winds is a product from Westwood Instruments, and it's part of their Roots libraries, if I'm not mistaken. So this one is cool. New solo. I like that. It's sort of a little bit out of tune, But it brings, particularly the end, it just brings a really nice conclusion to the piece. It only comes in at the last few bars, so 17 bars there. All right. Gentle Strings from Fracture Sounds. This one I don't actually need to look up because I do know what it is. Yeah. Here we go. Solo this. Comes right at the beginning. It's nice and over there to the left. I've done a fair bit of panning on this one, so there's different bits and pieces all over the place in this case. And what I'll do in a bit is actually go through and play stuff muted, so we can go back to the top and then mute things. Because there are two things that require unmuting as well, like I said earlier. So I'll do that as well. Coming toward the end. There we go. All right, next one then. Harp. Now this, I believe, let me just check, is Project Sam's Orchestra Essential 1 or 2. Let's see. The Free Orchestra 2. Project Sam, the Free Orchestra 2. Now this harp comes in right in the beginning. I love this sound. They did a great job with this free harp here. Oh no, sorry. Let me unsolo the previous track. Ah. I really like this. I did modify it slightly by turning up the void knob on the preset here, but otherwise it's unchanged. I don't think we hear again from the harp any further than that, so just goes from bar 1 to bar 9 there. Okay, next one. So what we got next? Guitar. This is Heaviosity Foundation's nylon guitar. I know that. I don't have to look it up. Sometimes I know things, sometimes I don't. All right, where are we? Play. Oh, this is nice. If I were to go back and solo the piano harp, they would go hand in hand, actually, because they kind of play off each other. So I'm going to try and do that. I'll come out of this window briefly. All right, let me see. Okay, there it is. Piano harp near the top. If I play these two together. You see? It's quite nice, really. Right, I need to unsolo this. There we go. Now we move on to the two muted tracks. I'll come back to those in a minute. Drums 1, actually, first drum track. Check where this comes from. The Free Orchestra. Okay, so the harp was the Free Orchestra 2, I believe, and this drum kit is the Free Orchestra 1. Okay. Ah, so it's just cymbals there, bar 12. We're going to play... Where are we? Okay, so this is very near the beginning, so... Cymbal rolls and things like that, and some piatti hits and such. Bar 8 and 12 bars near the very end, and another cymbal roll and a crash at the end. So yeah, that one almost has to be heard in its entirety with a metronome on to get it in full, because it's quite sparse. So what I might do is combine it with the second drum track in a bit and show you that together. Let me see. Right, what do we do? What are you going to do? Ah, bass drums. And is this also the same product? I think it is. The Free Orchestra. Yes, it is. Okay, okay. The Free Orchestra. So yeah, you're just hits, aren't you? Just hanging out there doing hits. Good times. Nice booms, what have you. All right. And then the final is something I'm going to unmute now, which is Labs. Yeah, one of the Labs products. Let me check. What is it? Here we go. Okay, Christmas Sleigh Bells, Hits and Rolls. Yes. Okay, so let me solo. In fact, let me unmute the other one. There we go, because I want to play you the full thing again now with the two that were muted previously. Here we go. All right, and that then doesn't come back in until the end. So I'll just solo the sleigh bells for you here and show you the window itself. Here we go. I down-tuned this to C sharp as well because I think it was in E or E flat previously, and I wanted the sound to match the piece of music because it sounded out of place if I didn't. And I'm really glad that Labs includes a tuning knob for me to do that. Thanks, Labs. Appreciate you guys. And the way I was able to achieve the roll is there's a key for the roll and use the mod wheel then to kind of crescendo it up or diminuendo it down if needed. Really nice there. And it comes in again at bar 16 just at the end. And if I just unsolo that and give you the... There we are, you see. And this is just for the December episodes of the podcast. So you won't hear it the rest of the year or anything. That'd be annoying. So the final track we go back to, actually, is track 8, Glockenspiel, which is also from Labs Christmas. And I can show you that. I think here I just used the reverb control within Labs to give it a bit more splosh, as it's known. Yeah, it's quite nice, really. And then again, it doesn't come back in until the ending, bar 16 here. Nice little octave at the end there. So that is the Glockenspiel. And so that's what everything does. Now, just because this first track carries so much of it, I want to show you the entire piece without the first track in it at all. And you'll see just how much of it's carried here with the Orchestra Elements, which is a really good product. And it's actually what sparked this entire piece of music. I was going through some presets in the Orchestra Elements series, and I was like, I'm going to favorite a bunch of these and I like them. And then I started writing this piece of music, and the podcast wasn't even born yet. It was the day after I wrote this music, funny enough, that I then approached my wife and said, hey, I've got an idea, I want to do a podcast. For 17 years of our togetherness, my wife and I, she refused to be on the mic. She was mic shy and she was camera shy. Hadn't managed to get her in any of my YouTube videos either, but podcast was the magic word. And so, yeah. Here is the track without track 1 in it. You see how much is carried in this one single track? It's crazy. But then more stuff takes the slack later on. It's quite cool. And that's the whole piece. So there we are. That's it. I could go through muting all the others, but you get the idea. Just showing you all the different permutations, of which there are quite a lot. It would take me ages if I did that. I mean, in total, with the Christmas stuff in the extra 2 tracks, there's 11 tracks here. So really, there's 9 in the default version. So there we are. Hope you enjoyed this little look at the StroongeCast, that's what the podcast is called, music breakdown. And one more time, for good luck, I'll play you out with it. And if this is the last Inspired by Sound video this year, which I expect it will be, I hope you will have a very wonderful and prosperous 2025. If you like what you hear, do subscribe and like and all that kind of business. You know, the usual boring YouTube stuff. But anyway, that's me done. Enjoy the final time.